Hey folks, I'm Jack Fossett. I hope you enjoyed this song. It's called Father's Prayer. This is a very, very personal song. I hope you'll stick with me for a little chat. This is going to be kind of a solemn chat, not so much the usual jovial type of video that I do. This song is called Father's Prayer. It was written for slide guitar as a slide guitar instrumental. Now, when you meet people, for those of you my age who might have families, older or a little bit younger, you get a lot of the question of, what's your family like? How many kids do you have? That question is a difficult question for me because we've had a lot of serious pregnancy loss. And I've been thinking about doing this video for a long time and performing this song and really talking about what it is and what it means. I released this song as a solo acoustic version on a recent album of mine called Shoreline. And when I did the talk about the song, I didn't really want to delve into it. I wasn't quite ready yet. This was almost a year ago. But a friend of mine was just talking, and I said that to him. He asked, because we're having another baby. We just found out we're having a boy. We're really excited. We have 4 girls with us, and we're going to be expecting a boy. And he said, so how many kids do you have? And I'd known him long enough, and I know he has a family, that I decided to have that conversation. And I said exactly that. That's a difficult question, because we've had a lot of serious pregnancy loss. And his response was, oh man, I know exactly what you mean. We've had the same thing. I think a lot of people kind of silently cope with this. So we've had several miscarriages. The real one that broke our hearts was in 2015. We had stillborn twins, and we named them Nora and Mary. Now this guitar I named Nora after Nora. I got this guitar while my wife was pregnant with them, and before we found out there were any complications. And so this guitar has always been really special to me because it kind of reminds me of them. For guys, and this is a generalization, but for guys, a lot of time, the fathers sort of feel this need to be the rock, which is a good thing. You want, in times of trouble, you want to be strong enough that other people can look to you. And that's whether you're a guy or a girl. But I think guys in particular feel that sort of pressure of, I need to be the one that everyone can rely on. I need to be the one who's strong so that other people can let out their feelings about it. And the problem then is that you sometimes don't cope with your own feelings. Now, this is something that I have coped with my own feelings about. My wife was incredibly supportive of me as well, and we really tried as hard as we could to approach grieving the healthiest way possible, because we have other kids and we need to be strong, not just for us, but for them. So, for me, of course, as a musician, music is an outlet for me. Now, I don't like the terms, but I don't know what else to use. Term outlet, people say it's for healing, people say it's for, coping, or any number of things. I don't think any of them are right. They're all kind of in the right ballpark, but for me, music has been a way to illustrate feelings that I've had in a way that I can revisit them. If you're lucky enough to kind of find the right sound that suits how you felt at a certain time of your life, you can almost capture it like in a time capsule. These moments of your life. And so that's kind of my approach to music. Now, at the time, there's a song, it's kind of an underrated blues song. It was featured in the movie Crossroads, the one with Ralph Macchio, and it's called Feelin' Bad Blues, performed by Cooder, and I just listened to it over and over and over again. And I was also listening to a song, Eric Clapton's performance of Hard Times, which is a Ray Charles song, and I was getting into slide at the time, and there's something about the slide in Feelin' Bad Blues that sort of felt like a soul crying. That's how it sounds to me. And that's one of the things that I like about guitar, is the guitar to me almost sounds, when you play it right, in the right song, in the right tone, it sounds to me in this weird way like you're conceptualizing the voice of the human soul. I know that sounds hokey, but that's the way that I feel about guitar, and that's one of the things that attracts me to the guitar. And so I started putting together this music that was outside the box of your standard blues song, but that I wanted to capture that same sort of slide feeling for. Now, the reason I'm sharing this with all of you now is not to garner sympathy. It's not to get you to, go check out my music. It's nothing like that. The reason I'm doing this is for other people who are silently in pain, that sometimes it's okay to not be strong. Sometimes you need to take moments to take care of yourself, to reach out. So if any of you have had any kind of loss, whatever kind of loss, right after this happened, we had friends come over who had a miscarriage right around the same time, and he started crying, and he said he felt bad because he said it's nothing compared to what you're going through, and we said no, that's not what it's about. We are lucky to have a big family. We have a lot of kids, and we love our kids. They're beautiful souls. They're wonderful. I wouldn't have it any other way, even when things get crazy sometimes. This other friend, he doesn't have any kids. A miscarriage was devastating for them, and our miscarriages were devastating as well. So nobody needs to compare pain, but it's okay to share it. So if any of you want to reach out in the comments or anywhere else, if you don't want to do it online, I totally understand that. If you want to, but reach out to family, reach out to friends. Don't just be in pain silently, because people want to know. When you're lucky enough to have people in your life that care about you, and think of it from their perspective, and this was a realization for me, is when you hear about friends who have been in pain silently and you find out about it, your first thought is usually, I wish I had known, I would have loved to help them. That's probably how your friends and family feel about you. So I hope you enjoyed this song. I hope that it can help any of you open up if you've had a hard time opening up, or even if you just listen to the song and it helps you conceptualize sort of your feelings the way that it has for me, or the way that listening to other music has for me. Thank you for watching and listening.